This is the old man talk. I haven't made a video in quite a while, and I don't know, I've been busy, like all of us, and why I'm putting other things aside to do right now is to respond to the challenge out there in vblog bipolar schizo land to talk about what makes me happy, right? What makes me feel good? Well, with me, the answer is kind of simple. I love to walk. I've always loved to walk. I loved to walk when I was a little boy. Always getting my dad to take me for walks. But other than that, me and my friends walked and walked. We grew up in a small town. You could walk right out of the town into the woods. And you could walk up on a hill and look down and see things. Your imagination, right? College, I would often go off on walks by myself. And when was out working, boy, I still love to walk. And I don't know, there's something about walking that frees up the mind, you know. You don't have to worry. It's not like driving. Driving, I could think kind of to myself, and I used to enjoy driving much more than I do now, but I never enjoyed it as much as walking. When our family would go on vacation or go visit relatives or whatever, I always wanted to walk around, you know. I wanted to see the neighborhood. In my mind, I would think, you know, these are people are living here like we're living. That's the type of imagination it occurred. And when I was in my 20s, and I was writing stories, and then I'd go for a walk, and my mind would kind of unravel or maybe think of some things about the plot or something else. I got into a little trouble, and then when I was batting, I would walk. What can I say? At night, you could walk just about anywhere. You could walk down someone's driveway. You could even walk into their house, probably. And you could embrace trees, go from one to another, and you could walk around busy roads and in one way or another challenge the traffic. And that wasn't good. But I still love to walk. I have a dog, so we walk mostly in the woods. But if I didn't have my dog, I'd walk anyhow. And maybe more in town and amongst people. So if I want to relax, if I'm feeling tense, even when I'm depressed, I could take some time out to go for a long walk. Long, I mean like an hour. I enjoy that. In the snow, to a limited extent anymore in the rain. I mean, I used to love to walk in the rain, but I don't want to get soaked right now. So that's what makes me happy. Got a lot more to say. I'll say it on another tape. Best to you, be strong, and Amanda, and the other woman that is kind of part of this group, and my Spanish friend. I should all know your names, but look, when you get older, names drift away from you. So I can flash your names on the screen. That'll have to do. Bye-bye, everyone. Keep smiling, and you're happy to know that I'm finally in the manic state. I'm finally there. Christ, it's January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. This is September. I've been depressed all that time. Or maybe it's more accurate to say I haven't been manic in all that time. That's a long time for me. It's usually I was really expecting to go manic in June. Sometimes it stretches out. The depression side, sometimes the manic side stretches out. But on the manic side, well, that's my little pup right there. Sheba. On the manic side, after 3 months, when you're bouncing, when I'm manic, I'm talking to everybody, I'm singing songs to myself, I'm whistling, and you can't sit still. You got to be doing something all the time. I could stay up late at night, but I don't because I don't think it's a good idea for me. It could cause, it could upset my thought pattern. But after like 3 months, you're so tired, right? You're happy but tired. You got to back off. And it's not long after you back off that, for me, that I hit a depression. That's kind of bad right then, and then it lets up a little bit, and then it gets worse, and blah, 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 until the next manic round. Bipolars often say they don't want to be, they'd like to get rid of their depression, but they think they should, right? They don't want to lose that wonderful manic feeling. Well, from my experience, I'd say if I was manic all the time, right, I'd drop dead. You just drop dead from exhaustion. So it's good for a little while. It's wonderful for a little while. You see things you haven't seen. You hear things you haven't heard. It's like almost being a child again. So I see the old clock on the wall there that I've talked too long on this. So when you think of the old man, just think of walking. That makes me happy.